Alright, welcome again. This is Fabet 6880, football analysis and bet tip. Welcome back from international break. We had a lot of international matches that went down in different continents. Welcome, guys. Big Sam is here with us, and of course, Kudus is here again with us. I remain your one and only Chris. All right, let's get down to the show. This is football analysis and bet tips. As I said earlier, if you're just joining us, please click the subscription button down there and subscribe to our channel, and make sure you also click on the notification button so that when we upload our video, you will be notified. All right, let's get down to it. This past week had been international week. We've had different matches from different countries meeting each other, from the UEFA Nations League down to African Nations Cup qualifier, and other continents also were engaged. Some engaged in international friendly, some engaged in qualification of one competition or the other. Now, this past week we've had a lot of matches played, and of course, I will not want to delve into all of them, but we'll look at a few of those matches, especially the ones that we had surprise outcome. We had score lines that we were not expecting at all. First, England at home against Greece. England losing at home at Wembley Stadium, 2-1 to Greece. Greece giving them a very tough game to play. After scoring a goal, England seemed to equalize. Jude Bellingham in 87th minute, and then in the 94th minute, another goal from the same player, Pavlidis, scoring the second goal to give Greece the victory against England. What do you guys think? That was the first game that gave us a shocker. Nobody ever believed that Greece could put up a fight against England.
Actually, I've always seen the Greece side to be a very formidable force.
Okay.
Yeah, because the new guys coming from there, like this Pavlidis, he's a very good player.
Okay.
Even in his club, yeah, he's a very good player. And I think that game, probably the English side thought it's an oversight. They just decided.
Yes, they looked at it as
a walkover, and they underrated them, and they got
what they deserve.
Yeah.
Another surprise game that we witnessed at the weekend was France going away to Israel to defeat Israel by 4-1. Should we say that Israel is busy fighting war and did not prepare for the competition or for the match? Or what can we say, guys? Israel losing at home, 4-1 to France.
Well, the war can be part of it. Probably some of the players are thinking about their people back home.
Okay.
And it's affecting their form. You can say
they actually played it in their home. At home, they were at home against France. They played it right in Israel, and thank God there was no bomb blast.
You know, take an example for maybe you put something on fire in your kitchen, and you are in your room pressing your phone. Your mind will not really be on what you're pressing.
Oh, okay.
Your mind will be in your kitchen.
Okay,
so,
okay.
In as much as they are at home, it doesn't mean that they are not thinking of what's happening in their backyard. So.
All right.
For me, the match, when you know you're going to, like, it's not even about your home or your away.
Okay.
These fans of the team, they don't care.
Sure.
They did a bad thing though, because these people at least now pretty dead.
France too wicked.
The France should have
they should have taken it easy with them, knowing their condition.
Of course, but the best team will try to level up its potential.
Okay.
They won't try to. There's nothing like pity
in football.
So
okay.
I get the point.
All right. Football knows no bound. Football knows no respect for anybody. Once you have a good team, you can go to somebody's house and trash the person. That was what happened. France defeating Israel by 4-1. Another match that was a star match for the week was Italy at home against Belgium. Belgium gave them a tough fight. At first, Italy scored 2 first-half goals and looked like they were running away with victory. And then Belgium scored 1, making 2-1 at halftime. And Trossard, that man that knows how to score for Arsenal. He came on and then he equalized the match, the game. So our guys, Italy 2, Belgium 2. Was that a surprise?
It wasn't really. It was a surprise before the match started, but when Italy got their red card, I think that's what changed the game of play. Yes, that's what changed the game of play.
That is exactly watching the game.
But regardless, you can't really say it's exactly because.
So it was 2 minutes after the red card that they scored the first goal.
Why I say you can't say exactly because if a team is as good as they say it is, even if you have
red cards should not.
Red card shouldn't be a yardstick for you to open your legs for everybody.
What I feel about these particular matches, they are leading with 2-0, and then the red card came in. So I think their mindset now is to like go with that 2-0. At least now, let's back up. Let's put in efforts in our defense. Let's fix in something.
And that's how you know. That's how you know a good team.
That's how to know a good team. On Saturday, Poland at home with Lewandowski losing against Portugal. That man again, Cristiano Ronaldo, scoring one of the goals. Any surprise? Ronaldo scoring? With his age, he has refused to retire. I don't know. It seems like the whole world will have to go and beg him to retire.
Ronaldo still sees himself as a young one.
Like seriously.
And I believe what he has is not just about his age. It's about what they call it, experience that he has built over time.
Yeah.
So he's good at what he does.
Wow, it's just all I could say about Ronaldo. Wow.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
Always be a legend. I will always do something to keep the regard.
I tell you the truth. He has just refused to go out.
But on the lighter side, who does Poland have? Is Zelensky, who again?
They have Zelensky, they have Lewandowski.
Lewandowski has not even been doing pretty fine in his team. So
he has been scoring goals in Barcelona.
He has not been doing perfect. He has not been doing perfect in Barcelona.
And they also have this Arsenal player, Kivio. Kivio, yeah, it's one of their defenders there. A lot of matches played last weekend, and of course in African Cup of Nations we also have a couple of matches like Nigeria defeating Libya by 1-0 at the Uyo Township Stadium. But now let's go to that match. Actually, there's something going on presently. The Confederation of African Football has called off the match between Libya and Nigeria, and that's because the Nigerians, as the story will say, arrived, their aircraft was redirected to another venue, and they arrived and they have been, according to what we heard, they've been locked up without internet and other access. A lot of people have said the Libyans are paying back Nigeria and paying Nigerians back their coin, because they said when the Libyans arrived last week, instead of landing at Uyo Airport, they were redirected to Port Harcourt. We don't know the true story. Some said it was Libya themselves that decided to land at Port Harcourt and then get themselves to Uyo from Port Harcourt. But some are saying it was the NFA and the Nigerian airspace that redirected them to Port Harcourt, stressing them to Uyo, maybe by road, and giving them a lot of stress to make them lose that match against Nigeria, stressing them. So maybe they're paying Nigeria back. Or what do you guys think?
You know, anyone trying to pick a fight with Nigerians, they should go and ask questions from the South Africans. I mean, okay, probably what happened when the Libyans came to Nigeria was a mistake, probably a little error, which was immediately fixed.
But they said the NFA didn't even come out to make official statement to apologize for that, in case it was a mistake or perhaps a mishap from their side. They should have at least come out to make a public apology to that.
And we don't know about that, but then it was a mistake.
And some are saying Libyans have decided to retaliate.
And now you now retaliated and made your own so obvious for the whole world to see. I mean, how was okay? It's okay you redirected the flight to another airport, but then you kept them in a place whereby you didn't give them a means of communication, which is bad. It's bad. It's more or less, it can be a legal offense. You can call it kidnapping.
That's not sportsmanship.
It's actually kidnapping. If you check it out, it's actually kidnapping. I mean, so it's very wrong. It's very wrong. They didn't try.
With all our array of stars in Nigerian national team, can you imagine Osimhen being locked up in one house?
We should all just pray that it doesn't get to the Twitter house, because when it gets to the Nigerian Twitter space, the jobless tweets, and the tweets would show themselves, and before you know it,
Libya, be careful.
Libya will
come for you. If they come for you, you will not like it.
They won't like it.
All right, let's go straight to this weekend. We are back to club football. Different clubs, different leagues in the world will resume this weekend. Of course, as usual, we will start from the Premier League. This weekend promises to be a very hot one. Tottenham Hotspur will be at home against West Ham United. That is the first match on Saturday by 12:30. Fulham will play against Aston Villa at Craven Cottage. Ipswich will be at home against Everton. Manchester United will be at home against Brentford. Brighton and Hove Albion will travel to Newcastle. Southampton will play against Leicester City, while Arsenal will be away to Bournemouth. Those are the matches that we have on Saturday. And of course, on Sunday, the star match of the week, we'll have Liverpool will be at home against Chelsea. Wolverhampton will play the first match for the Sunday against Manchester City. What are our expectations in these matches? The first question I want to ask is, which of these matches do we think we will see a surprise? A surprise score line, or something a team that will give us a surprise? Saturday match, Sunday match?
I think the Sunday match, the match against Chelsea and
Liverpool.
Yes, I think that match will show big surprise, because
Chelsea is going to
presently Chelsea, regardless, like I said earlier, there's no one at home. Everybody's at home in England. Okay. So the match against Manchester City and Wolves, I don't think it's too much.
Wolves is at home.
Wolves is at home.
Have you forgotten how they dealt Manchester City some nice blow?
I think the City boys are in for a very good fight, because they know what is at stake now. They've played a draw in almost twice consecutively.
But then there is a panic in City camp right now, because the English FA wants Guardiola, their coach, to be the coach of England national team. So according to the information given, they are already speaking to Thomas Tuchel, the former coach of Chelsea and Bayern Munich. But then all eyes are on Guardiola. FA wants Guardiola to be the coach of England national team. And then Manchester City still, the contract with Guardiola will expire at the end of this season. And he's looking to sign 1-year extension. But with this pressure from England right now, I think there's going to be a little. Don't you think that will affect them in this?
I don't think whatever the coach is signing will affect the players.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Man City has always had this chemistry in their players. The way they play their games. It's quite a chemistry which is not just instilled by just the coach.
And Wolves have not been doing well. They just play well. At the end, they will lose their matches.
Yeah, that was so why I said the Liverpool Chelsea would be a thing to look out for, because Chelsea has recently they are beginning to rise up from the ranks, and they are showing some very
good signs.
So which I know it will be difficult for Liverpool to take home that match.
Okay.
Very difficult.
Kudos. Which of the matches do you think this week will pull a surprise? Will give you a surprise? I said Chelsea against Liverpool.
I'll also go for this Chelsea Liverpool match.
Okay.
because out of all the matches, I think that is still one of the match people are expecting.
Okay.
So I think Chelsea will try their best. Because Liverpool, although Liverpool are trying to be the top in this Premier League this season, but at the same time, everybody is lucky. Everybody will try their best. So I'm looking forward to the match to be a tough one.
Okay. All right, for me, everybody, it's the game between Manchester United at home against Brentford. I think Brentford will get something in that match. Man U fans, please don't come for me. I don't hate you, but I don't think Manchester United are doing well right now. And I think Brentford can go to Old Trafford and get a result, get something. Could be a draw, could be even a win. Nobody can tell.
Would be a miracle.
And also in La Liga, we have a lot of close call matches this weekend, but then we'll look at the one we think might be the biggest match for the weekend. That's on Sunday. Barcelona at home against Sevilla. It's looking like the star match of the weekend in La Liga, and Villarreal against Getafe. Those two matches are looking like, although where Sevilla is right now, they are not really doing very well. But then they can always give Barcelona a fight.
Yeah, Sevilla will definitely give Barcelona a fight. Sevilla is one of those teams that look up to bigger teams and try to contend seriously with them. Yeah. But whenever they meet their own match, they just play like it's nothing.
Yeah. I believe them in that. I believe them, but then with the firepower of Barcelona right now, I don't know if Sevilla can withstand that. I don't think so.
I also believe Sevilla will put in the fight, because this thing is not about even the recent performance of the team. It's like a record.
Sure.
So it's like the record that they've been building and stuff. So whenever it comes to that big team, they will try to put in the fight.
That's true. All right, in French Ligue 1, Monaco, the first match of the week. Monaco will be going at home against Ligue. Don't forget what Ligue has just done. The previous Champions League, defeating Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They are a very good team right now. Monaco is also in a very good form right now. So it's like two informed teams meeting each other. So what do we think, guys? Who do you think this result will favor? Monaco at home against Ligue.
Well, for me, I think that game is the ground that will suffer, because they say when two elephants fight,
the ground will suffer. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think the match will end in a draw. Kudus, what do you think? Monaco against Ligue.
I also think the match will end in a draw, because these people they are the kind of team that doesn't really put in the goal in the match. No much scores compared to
it's going to look close, very tight.
Very tight. Even on my prediction to be under 4.5 or 1x.
All right, in Serie A, we are having two great matches, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. Juventus at home against Lazio. Juventus not in a very good form right now, and Lazio top form. AC Milan also at home against Udinese. They have a lot of tough matches, and on Sunday we have Roma against Inter Milan, the Italian champion. What do we think, guys? Roma against Inter Milan. Who's going to take the day?
I think Inter Milan would take the day.
Inter Milan is away to Roma.
Doesn't it?
And Roma is looking like a team that is just waking up.
Yeah, I don't think their eyes will be well bright enough against Inter Milan.
To stand Inter Milan.
Yes.
Is that what you think?
Yes,
what about you? Roma against Inter Milan.
Roman is like I don't think Inter Milan will
defeat Roma. I don't think so too.
There will surely be some goals in the match.
Yeah.
Let's say 2 goals. So, but I don't think Inter will defeat.
All right, to me, I think that match might end up in a draw, since they are at Rome. No matter what Inter does, I don't think Roma will be that gullible to allow them to just take the day. I don't think so. All right, German Bundesliga. We also have some good matches there, but then we want to look at Bayern Munich against Stuttgart. Vincent Company seems to be doing very well in Bayern Munich right now. The coach is doing a very good job. So Bayern Munich will be at home against Stuttgart. We know Stuttgart to be a very stubborn team. They are that team they call antidote. They are that team they call party spoiler. When you think you are winning the league, just pray that your last match that you need to win the league is not against Stuttgart. That is the day to look as if they drank energy drink. Every one of them will start running right on the field. So, but we can see this match is just, should I say, mid-season match. It's not really that very much important, but we know them to be a very stubborn dog.
Yeah.
They fight hard. You don't just win them easily. Stuttgart. What do you think, guys? Do you think they will give Bayern Munich a problem?
Yeah, they would definitely give Bayern Munich a problem. But I still think Stuttgart will find it very difficult to put in goals in that match. Yeah. If at all they will put in any goal, it won't be more than one. But I still think it's a go-go match.
Okay, go-go match?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a go-go match.
Stuttgart will score.
Yeah.
And Bayern defense is looking shaky this time around.
Yeah.
They're not really that very solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I know Bayern Munich is currently shaking. Yeah. The defense is not that tough as in the previous days. But for this school, we'll start out the choosing a goal with Bayern Munich. I think fully support that.
Okay. You think Bayern will be strong enough
I think at least
go with a clean sheet?
Not with a clean sheet, but at least win or drop Bayern Munich.
Okay, win or draw for Bayern Munich. Okay. I will go for a straight win for Bayern.
Okay.
A straight win for Bayern. No matter how stubborn Stuttgart is, I think even if it's just a goal, 1-0, 2-1, I think Bayern will take the lead. With what Olise is doing presently. Michael Olise is doing very well. Alright guys, those are the matches that we have in different leagues. The biggest 5 leagues in the world. And then we'll look at the betting aspect of it as we have our professionals with us here, Big Sam, and of course Kudus. We'll look at the matches that we want you to play at the weekend that can help boost you. We have said we are here to make your football not just fun, but also financially okay for you. Don't watch football for fun alone. Watch football and cash out. That's why we're here. So we come and analyze it to you and then help you also. With all our analysis today, if you have not been able to get game for you to play, it is time for you to pick your pen and your paper and listen to our professionals here who have been doing a very good job if you have been following us. So Big Sam, over to you and Kudus.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Before we dive in, I just want you to remember the disclaimer always. Don't go about betting with money that you know if you lose that money, you go fill up. You understand? It's not wise. It's not wise. Friday we have the German Bundesliga. We have Dortmund against St. Pauli. Yeah. That match, I see that match to be in favor of Dortmund.
Okay.
Yes, I see Dortmund running away with that match straight
win. Okay.
Yeah. We can look at the match briefly, and you see from the previous meetings you discover that okay, the last time they met, Pauli won Dortmund. But then that was like I think 2 years ago, when Dortmund were still trying to wake up from their slumber. But now they are in a strong form now. Now we have the Ligue 1, France Ligue 1, same Friday. We have Monaco against Lille. That match is going to be a tough one. That match is going to be a tough one. But, I mean, what do you think about that one?
Monaco against Lille. I think it's going to be a tough match. With the form of Lille currently, with what they did against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
If you watch that match against Real Madrid, they were so strong. They showed Madrid that they are just not an easy nut to crack.
Yeah, exactly.
And they gave them a tough time. So I don't think, although Monaco has been doing very well also, and this is domestic league, anything can happen, but I think Lille might probably come out with the result there. It will be a draw. So if I want to bet, I will bet Monaco to win or draw.
Well, safely
Monaco to win or draw.
Well, safely speaking, I would actually say we should run away from that match. But if at all, I will bet on that game. I'll put something below two goals.
2 goals. Okay, yeah.
For the
It
match.
promises to be a strong match. No too much goals.
No much goals. Yeah, we'll reduce.
That's okay.
Yeah. So let's go to Saturday matches. Actually, the Premier League, English Premier League, starting with Tottenham against West Ham.
Okay.
The Ham guys. Personally, I feel that Tottenham would cause a big blow against West Ham.
West Ham. Okay.
But judging from the fact that some of their players went for the international break and they are just coming back, there might be some injuries, some players might not play and all that stuff. But nonetheless, Tottenham straight win.
Tottenham straight win against West Ham. It's just that Tottenham, the way they play, they are not really that consistent. And to me, I don't know if I should say they have not given us that vibe of a top team. They are not playing like a top team, which everybody is seeing them as. So I don't know. I'm kind of scared or skeptical about that match because West Ham is doing well. They're just starting to do well right now. They are picking their form. So for me, to be on a safer side, I would have loved to skip that match. I would have loved to skip the match. And then I would have loved to skip the match. That's just the truth. Tottenham against West Ham, because Tottenham might end up disappointing you at the end of the day.
That's right. And as for me, I think the previous matches of West Ham is actually matches with goals.
Okay, they score goals very well.
Even if West Ham is doing strong head, no, won't beat me, I won't beat you. Tottenham will definitely have a goal in.
Okay.
So at least 1 goal from Tottenham for me.
Okay.
Well, there's a match to look at on that Saturday, which is the Ipswich against Everton.
Ipswich Everton.
Yeah, that match against Ipswich Everton. We understand definitely that the welcome the Premier League guys have been given to Ipswich has not been very nice.
Very, very polite, yes.
Everyone has been like, want to bully. They are trying to bully Ipswich out of the Premier League. I think it's a coup. They're planning a coup because, just like a good politician just came into power and be like, oh, this guy, you're too good, get out. That kind of thing. So, looking at the match against Everton, I think Ipswich would show Everton a little bit of the stuff they are made of. Regardless of the fact that they lost their last match, but it doesn't mean. I think Ipswich will want to do something, against Everton. So, I don't know what you see about the match.
Well, just as you said, Ipswich have not really been doing well. That's the truth. They've been struggling in Premier League so far. I think Leicester is even trying better.
Yes.
So Leicester is the only team that came from relegation, or from League, from the relegation aspect down to Premier League. They are the only team that are actually living up to expectation or trying to live up to expectation. But then Ipswich at home against Everton. Everton themselves have not been doing well also. They've not been doing good. And I think Ipswich might probably get a result from this match. Ipswich might get the result from this match.
What do you have to say about Man U Brentford?
It's not me. The Man U fans will not think
Anytime it comes to Man U matches, I really like to skip. Since the question is directed to me.
No, you can also skip it. You can actually say there's nothing about that.
That's why we said this team is not consistent. We can't talk about Manchester United when it comes to consistency.
Manchester United, they are the definition of what we call zigzag. I say something is zigzag.
And that's why they have zigzag in their team.
Zigzag. Removing zigzag. Well,
he's influencing the team.
He's really influencing them. Well, I don't know if Brighton is going to do the same magic they did in their last match.
I would simply say because they were at home in the last match. That was why they pulled that surprise. it pained me as an Arsenal fan because the day they came to Emirates, they were showing almighty and power and everything. But then when they traveled other places, they would just, I don't know if Brighton just had something against Arsenal or something. But then Newcastle at home against Brighton, I think Brighton might pull a surprise again because Newcastle is not in top form right now. Brighton might pull a surprise.
Yeah.
Get a draw or win.
Well, for me, I think as Brighton winning Tottenham in their last match was actually a mistake, or probably as we call it, luck. Yeah, for Brighton. So I don't know if that same luck will go with them against the Castles.
They're traveling this time around. They're going away.
Mm-hmm. I doubt that luck will still come.
Maybe the luck dwells in their stadium.
Maybe Lady Luck might come in. Let's look at Southampton Leicester.
Southampton Leicester.
Yeah.
So what did you advise our viewers to play on that?
To skip the match.
Okay, skip Newcastle.
Yes. Any match based on luck, you have to just
skip.
To be on the safe side. Yes.
Southampton Leicester. I don't know. The two of them are visitors, and then Leicester is doing better. So I think Leicester might get a result there, either a draw or a win.
Well, since we are looking at win or draw, I would still say we should skip it, basically. So we have a straight win here. We have Bournemouth against Arsenal. To me, that's a straight win match.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
Well, as a Ghana fan, I believe. Bournemouth are not a certain team that you just predict what they can play.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they can give you a surprise, and then the next day they fail to perform well. They are not just at one level that you say, okay, this is the level of Bournemouth. This is what they can do.
Yeah, but since the season started, they've not really thrown any big surprise.
Okay, and don't forget Arsenal too is locked with a lot of injury now. Recently, we just heard about Bukayo Saka. And that has been the man that has been giving Arsenal a lot of goal assists this season.
Yeah.
So I don't know, without him, without Odegaard, and some other few ones, I don't know how Arsenal can. Who they will put in that position? Is it Gabriel Jesus or who?
Arteta will definitely do something. Arteta will definitely do something.
That was why my mind was shaking
for this match.
Putting straight win for Arsenal into the injuries. I think even if a player is absent with the team sometimes, it might go wrong.
Depends on who the player is.
Even if a coach is trying to build team, there will be a key player,
of course,
that will push the team. So I think Arsenal will try, but putting in a straight win for Arsenal,
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Well, you might say so, but sometimes there are some kind of motivation that actually brings out the best in players. Probably when you feel that those are their golden boots in that team. The golden boots in that team is not on field. You feel that the rest of the guys will be devastated, but at that point you might even see the best in some players you never knew they had that potential.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah.
But then, if you look at Arsenal's match in the last two matches against Odegaard, without Odegaard, it's so obvious that he's missing. So Saka has always been the one covering up, trying to make the match or the matches or to produce results, make things still look okay. But now he's also injured. So I'm an Arsenal fan, but I fear for that match. If Bournemouth can be in top form, I think Arsenal will have problem.
Well, as luck will have it, Bournemouth is not in top form. But then, anything is possible.
They are not constant. They might come up in that match and give you a surprise.
Yeah, anything is possible. Yeah, but we definitely rule out the fact that Arsenal cannot lose that match.
Okay, so you're saying
probably a win or draw. A win or draw is okay. Win or draw is okay. Then let's look at the Spain La Liga. We look at Celta against Real Madrid. What do you think? But for me, I think Real Madrid is going to run riot in that match.
Well, Spanish La Liga, to me, sometimes there are some matches I don't want to talk about because Spanish La Liga, to me, sometimes it's very predictable. Very predictable. I used to say it all the time. It's kind of predictable. Real Madrid playing against Celta Vigo. Although Celta Vigo is a stubborn team, But Madrid is traveling to Celta Vigo. But then at the end of it, you will start seeing something like maybe 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, and all that. So I can't really say much about that.
Yeah.
I think Madrid will run out victory. Victory in that match.
Okay, so let's go over to Sunday games. We have the Premier League once again. We have the Wolves against Manchester City.
I don't trust Wolves. I don't trust Wolves.
You think they are sly?
Every of the match they have played this season, if you watch them play against Chelsea, they performed very well. Against everybody, they keep playing very well. Even against Arsenal, they played very well. But at the end of the day, they will lose. That's my problem with them.
So what do you think the issue is?
I think Man City will run out riots in that match. I can't say. Maybe the whole team.
But then you remember that people are angry with Haaland because he wasn't able to put in a goal for his country team.
Yeah.
So do you think that stigma will be affecting him when he goes back to his team?
Club football is a complete different ball game to national side.
What about injuries?
Man City don't have any serious injury except for Rodri. That's all. And they have been playing without Rodri. I think the first 4 or 5 matches in the season, even without Rodri having his injury, then he was arrested because of his involvement in Europe. They played well in the first 4 or 5 matches without him until he came on and then had injury. I think they will continue playing well. Not at least against a team like Wolves. Wolves will just give you a serious good match, but at the end they will lose. That's the problem with them.
Yes, but nonetheless, I still put it that Man City will win that match.
Yes, I go for Man City straight win. Straight win.
What do you have to say, my brother?
No doubt.
There's no doubt.
Straight win as well.
It's a straight win for
Should we look at Liverpool against Chelsea? Or
because I disagree with you. You see, Liverpool is in a very top form right now. Don't forget they are at the top of the league as it's going on. Although many have been clamoring or saying that Liverpool has not really played any strong match. They've been playing average teams and low teams in the table. But then I think with what they are playing currently, Chelsea seems to be disorganized anytime they meet a strong team. Anytime they meet a top team, they kind of show.
Note that Chelsea is always disorganized when they meet.
They will always show you that we are not at this level, at the level of this team. But when they meet the average teams, as you can see, Palmer has been showing himself and scoring all the goals. So I think Liverpool will take maximum 3 points in this match. I think so.
Okay.
I believe so.
You know, Chelsea.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I would want Chelsea to defeat Liverpool, of course, so they will come down from the table and we go up. But then, I can't speak against what is looking realistic.
As a fact.
Yes, with what Chelsea is playing, especially their defense they are devastated in the defense. They are confused in Chelsea's defense. So, and with what Liverpool has in the front, although their front line has not been doing well also, I mean Liverpool, but then it's not against this Chelsea team.
Personally, I will settle for a win or draw in favor of Liverpool.
Yes, I think so. I don't think Chelsea can defeat Liverpool at Anfield. I don't think so.
Okay.
Me personally, I won't say I'll give him a straight win or draw for Liverpool or Chelsea. But in this match, there will be goals.
Okay, yeah, I think I believe that too.
Even if Liverpool is going to find their way in, it's Palmer.
Liverpool defense have been shaking recently. Yes, I believe you. I think what you said is right. But Chelsea no be team where if you put your money, no vex. Even if you be Chelsea fan, you know what at the top.
They put money for
Chelsea, especially against top team. If now this average team like Brentford, Wolves, if you just pull your money.
So I think
Chelsea right now.
If you can, put 2 goals.
Okay, in that match, at least to score 2 goals.
1.5.
Okay.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, I think so.
1.5.
If Chelsea, if you like, no score. That 1.5 must happen.
I'm telling you.
If you no score, they go score you plenty. Score you like 4 goals. That will concern you.
Well, that's it for the.
All right, guys. Do you have any tip for our viewers? Any tip? Any game that you think they should go for?
I think the teams we've been sharing so far is where I was also looking into.
Okay.
But still, let me give you some bonus that
you can add to what you have.
Add to what you have. Yeah, when we talk about Spanish teams, we have Atletico Madrid against Leganes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you don't want to be too greedy, so at least 1x for Atletico Madrid will be okay.
Yes. And with the fact they've not been doing well recently, both in Champions League they lost, so they will come out with firepower. Okay. You're saying a straight win for Atletico.
It's straight win or draw.
Win or draw. Okay. Yeah. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much for your analysis. Thank you so much. You have heard from our experts, and we have analyzed these games to you. And we believe you have a mind of your own. Just as he has said, bet wisely. Don't just bet anyhow. Don't bet your funds that you want to use for something very important. Bet wisely. Use your brain. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is FarBet660. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, click on the subscription button that you see down there and click on the notification button. Join us also in other social media platforms at FarBet660. Go to TikTok, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and go to Instagram. We are all there. Thank you so much for this moment. See you next time.